Now in South Africa has begun a massive sale of internet spectrum to help revive the country's economy. The internet operators have been working to provide the 4G and 5G service in a bid to expand industry and also provide affordable data services. However, some analysts raise concerns over the new spectrum despite its expected benefits for the country. Here is more in this report.
The move will help to revive the economy by producing increased investment in broadband while forcing data costs lower. But it's not been an easy process.
You're asking companies to provide a service, to build a hotel, but not give them the ground on which to build it. So the fact that South Africa's operators have been able to provide 4G and 5G services is entirely because of their ability to reform and repurpose the spectrum that they've got, which is for 3G.
There hasn't been any new spectrum allocated since 2005. The new spectrum will be auctioned off in March 2021, if everything goes according to plan.
It's incredibly important that they get access to additional spectrum because they have relatively little spectrum when you compare them with the amount of spectrum that operators in many other markets have. So the spectrum will allow them to finally deploy robust national 4G infrastructure, and it will also allow them for the first time to start to deploy 5G networks across the country.
The operators tell you that 5G is a profoundly useful technology for freeing up older spectrum, for providing better, higher quality services with less capital expenditure, fewer base stations, all of the good stuff.
Operators will build their expenditure and revenue budgets, but there should be spin-offs for consumers in terms of quality of reception and price.
There's also a potential for prices to come down. We know the operators have said on a number of occasions in the past that if you give us additional access to additional spectrum, it will allow prices to come down because we don't have to spend so much money building our network. This is particularly true in the rural areas where if you use the digital dividend bands, you won't need to build as many base stations.
Cost of development is a key aspect of the operator's business planning, and the price tag for the spectrum is significant.
The operators say the less they pay for the license fees, the more incentive it gives them to build bigger networks. It's a good argument, but they are very profitable companies.
It's been nearly 5 years since the deadline expired for that spectrum to be released, and now everybody's chomping at the bit, ready to go.